The shootings in Tennessee. The only part of that story that matters is that the 3 kids died, adults died as well. We all know that the person who was the shooter had absolute hate in their heart and left a manifesto behind about why they did it. But of course, like we talked about last week, straight off to the guns. Then there was the side issue of the grandstanding, some of them fakes, that were carrying on in the Tennessee Parliament. But Kamala Harris, Vice President, she decides to jump on a plane. She goes to Tennessee. Does she talk to the families of the people who are dead? No. Instead, she says, you can come and watch me speak while she pretends this is all a black thing.
The absolute gall of this woman, the insensitivity, the hubris. She saw an opportunity on Friday morning to exploit this situation, including the deaths of 3 9-year-olds, and she used it. Finally, she could drive her poll numbers up with her base. She got on a plane last minute. She flew down to Tennessee. Did she ring the doorbells of the 6 grieving families? No. She went to give a speech at a historically black college and said, if you want to come to me, grieving families, you can. You're welcome to come listen to me rant about how these 2 black lawmakers and this 1 white woman lawmaker weren't able to hijack the legislative debate over what should be done in the wake of the shootings. They were given their say. They were. They just weren't winning on the reforms that they wanted. And that wasn't good enough for them. So 2 of them took out a bullhorn, hijacked the proceedings, led the protesters in the balcony as if they were not lawmakers themselves, as if they were also protesters. Hello, you're not. And disrupted the proceedings. And they got bounced out as lawmakers. They got expelled as lawmakers, which I have absolutely no problem with. The left is melted down. They wanted to expel Josh Hawley from the U.S. Senate because he gave a thumbs up to some of the January 6th protesters. This, the bullhorn leading the absolutely not. Nothing should have happened to them. Why? Because skin color, because they were fighting to take guns. That's a different story. So she goes down there, decides to support the 2 rebel-rousing ejected lawmakers, who, by the way, we all know are going to get right back in because that's the way the process works. One's already back in. But she wouldn't miss her moment to exploit the shooting of children and blame it on the guns, to exploit the race angle because the 2 black lawmakers got ejected and the 1 white woman didn't. By the way, that's because she lost by 1 vote getting ejected, and because she argued her behavior was better than that of the 2 black men. She's the one who said, don't treat me like them. I was better than they were. And by 1 vote, she convinced people. Now she's out there saying it's about racism. So Kamala Harris says, yes, 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 queen, and goes down there to exploit all of this without a thought for the grieving victims.
And as you were able to work out, one of those 2 people that got booted, well, they present as fire and brimstone now, but they were a pretty cookie cutter just 5 years ago.
It's amazing. It's amazing. Justin Pearson. I mean, just a few years ago when he was at college, he sounded like an aspiring Barack Obama.
I'm Justin J. Pearson, and I'm running for president of PSG. Dissenting voices, voices that may be more liberal or more conservative, in order that we can reach a point of sort of the radical middle, where conversation and dialogue happens and growth happens.
Hi, I'm Justin Pearson, and I'd really like you to get behind my campaign for Student Senate. I don't believe we should be divided by left and right. Support me. Flash forward to now he's gone through the BLM machine. That's what's clear. He's gone through the wokeification machine where there's money to be made and there's fame to be had if you just say the right things and speak in the right way. There's nothing left of the original Justin Pearson. He went from being Barack Obama to being Jeremiah Wright, the controversial preacher who almost lost Barack Obama his campaign. And it's an act. He's an actor looking to cash in on a lane that is very available to anybody who wants to exploit it.